What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. Let's get it in. I want to talk about Hollywood. Being in Hollywood. Right? The devil's playground. The blood sacrifice rituals that goes down within Hollywood. Right? Because that shit real. Blood sacrifices are real. And I'm going to talk about the rituals that they go through. This multitude, plenty of ritual. And I'm going to go through some of the rituals. But I'm going to start off the video with Kanye West. Someone that's actually a part in Hollywood. Someone that's in the industry. I'm going to let him tells you. I'm going to let one of the biggest rap stars on the planet tell you with his own mouth. Let's get it in.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you. But the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone. Let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian too.
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still Forbes, who hate me, right? Had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more.
It's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Out of his mouth. We was been telling y'all this, but they was calling people like us crazy. They was been telling y'all about how these celebrities sacrifice their mama, their son, their brothers and sisters. That shit goes down because they're practicing a old, ancient religion. That's one of the oldest religion on the planet, is blood sacrifice. When you look at civilizations such as the Aztecs and shit like that, they was offering up their virgin daughter to so-called gods, to the spirits, to the demons, to gain whatever favor that they want to gain, whether it's power, fame, knowledge, or whatever. They would do this, and the practice still goes on to this day. What's happening is they're exchanging energy for an energy. You give me this and I'll give you that. Kanye West is telling you. Let's continue.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian too.
Michael Jordan. What about him?
Exactly. Michael Jordan daddy was a sacrifice. This is why Michael Jordan is a billionaire. That shit comes with a price. This is why Michael Jordans are one of the most popular shoes on the earth. It's one of the most popular shoes on the earth. Who owns and controls the realm? Satan, whatever name you want to call it, Satan, devil, they run earth. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right? Had to write net worth 400 million. That I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm grateful.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son.
Exactly. Y'all remember Bill Cosby's son dying? I think his son died at the age of 27. The Cosby Show, where it shows a black successful family. Mother is a lawyer, I think. Cosby was a doctor. They had a positive image of a black family that came with a price. That came with a price. Hollywood practiced blood sacrifice ritual. But let's continue.
Right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood. A lot of people come up missing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an actress in Hollywood. She's going to say, if you want to be famous, you gotta sign your name in blood. This is an actress in Hollywood, y'all, so she would know. She would know some of the ritual that these people go through. Let's get it in.
Be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many your name in blood in a contract with the really convoluted and kind of bastardized. Like whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success, and now it's the ultimate goal. And if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
You're going to do a lot to get there. She's telling y'all the truth. I keep telling y'all they have to do rituals. There's many type of rituals that these people go through. You know what I mean? So much ritual that these people go through, man. But let's continue.
Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.
Here you got a rapper. The rapper Noor is going to explain when you get to a certain point in Hollywood, in the music industry or whatever, you going to have to do rituals. But let's let the clip play.
Listen, when you get to a level of success, when you get 30, 40, 50,000 a show, you platinum, you running across the world, there's three different doors, right? There's three different ways to walk. There's to the left, there's to the right, and then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. Okay. You went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there.
You hear that? This is a rapper, y'all. Noreaga. This is a rapper. And that is one of the rituals that I was going to talk about. The homosexual ritual. There is a homosexual ritual that goes on in hip-hop in Hollywood. They have to penetrate your behind. That is a ritual that goes on in Hollywood, right? So check this out. That is an old ritual. That is an ancient ritual that they used to practice during the ancient days. doing those secret societies. Because you're behind, right? That is sacred, man. My bad, y'all. I had a disturbance, but continue on what I was saying, right? That is sacred to you, especially if you know, a straight man. They do that. First of all, they do that because they're gonna video camera you. They do that for control. They have to control you. And second, they have to break you. They have to make you feel like you ain't shit. They have to make you feel like you are, a bitch. That's how they control you. They have you on camera getting smashed in the ass by a dude. That's how they control you. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
And then there's straight. Straight is you're on your own. Let's see if you continue this success, young man. Let's see if it's all about your skills, young man. Let's really see that. And you went straight. To the right, I'm not sure if that's the homo shit right there. And then there's to the left, I'm not sure if there's some sacrifice shit going on.
You hear that? He says sacrifice shit. Again, this is a rapper that's in the industry. He would know it because he's in the industry. This is why he's saying these things. He's not no YouTuber making videos about celebrities sacrificing people. He's a rapper that's actually in the industry. But let's continue.
Right there. I'm not sure because I went straight. But I was offered these doors.
I was offered these doors. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? He's telling the truth. But let's continue.
I'm saying that to the right when I seen it, those was those guys.
This is the rapper Cassidy, another rapper that's in the industry. He's talking about the homosexual ritual. He knows, but he's not going to flat out and say it. But he's going to tell you some weird homosexual shit going on for rappers to get on. But let's take a listen to what Cassidy's going to say.
Got like little weird situations with niggas. I don't know if it's like a homosexual situation, some believing in the devil type situation, some going against the grain situation. Niggas be doing any and anything they got to do to get in position. I'm not what.
Exactly. That's your Jay-Z's. These are guys like Jay-Z. These are top-notch rappers that does weird shit to get on top to where they at. Let's continue.
To do that, so you might not hear me on the radio as much, but I respect myself and I get respect in the streets. That's why I go anywhere I want to go. I just came back from Iraq, Kuwait, Moscow, Krasnodar. Anywhere I want to go, that's where I go and I get respect because the type of nigga I am. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they might be on the radio a lot. You might see they.
You know, and one of the other rituals is the dress ritual, which is, I'm sure everybody know about the dress ritual. But let's take the clip play.
I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, these brothers gotta wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, this must be a wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in.
Oprah acting like she don't know what's going on, but Oprah part of the elite too. Oprah is part of the elite. You know what I mean? In order for you to go to the next level, one of the rituals you got to go through is the dress ritual. But let's continue.
saw this one coming.
9-year-old Oscar nominee.
Why does he have to be put in a dress? And then you're gonna have people, it's comedy. It's funny. It's entertainment. What's funny about a man in a dress? You mean to tell me Kevin Hart is not funny enough on the microphone? You mean to tell me he's only funny when he's wearing a dress? Look what happened to his career when he put on a dress. He became one of the biggest comedians on the planet. Successful movies, stand-up comics, all of that, because he had to put on the dress. He's going through a dress ritual, just like many other comedians before him. So another ritual is a humiliation ritual. See, it just popped up when I said it. A humiliation ritual. This is the baby. Now, can someone tell me what's so cool about a grown man wearing a diaper? What's so cool about a grown man wearing a diaper? Someone said, "Oh, it's a marketing tactic. It's a marketing tool." So, in order for me to sell records, I have to put on a diaper, and I'm not good of enough rapper to sell records on my own. I have to do shit like this to sell records. So that means I'm not that good of a rapper. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a humiliation ritual. He's breaking in. They're breaking him into the industry. This is why he's wearing a diaper. The industry is like, well, okay, since you the baby, we're gonna put you in the diaper. The elites like, yeah, we're gonna put this nigga in the diaper. If you really want success, go out there, wear a diaper. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Grown man in a diaper. In public. That's crazy. But let's continue. As if him wearing the diaper in the street not enough. Now he's wearing it in the interview. He's wearing the diaper in the interview, y'all. Let's continue.
I'm a big boy today, man. I got on the pull-ups and I'm coordinating. I got the gray ones on because they match with the J's, so that's how I'm rocking out today. You feel me? I got some extra ones in the car. I don't know if we're the same size, you feel me? But if we do, I can put you on the wave. You feel me?
Bro, is you wearing a pamper, bro?
You know I am. You know that's how I came in here.
You said you got some extra ones in the car.
I got like the 12 pack. You know what I'm saying? Like I just left a baby shower. Matter of fact, I'm finna.
Why? Why the baby? Why? He's supposed to be a thugged out gangster rapper, but he's pulling up in an interview with a pull-up. With a fucking diaper, ladies and gentlemen. Because that's his humiliation ritual. The white boys, the juice people was like, you know what, nigga? You wanna be a baby, nigga? You're gonna wear a diaper. You're gonna live up to your name, the baby. And that's why he gets to continue his success today. It is a ritual, man.
Throw a party, we gonna call it the baby shower, you feel me? I need everybody to drop off them Pampers for me so I can have them, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my life. That's just how we gonna do it. I'm loving the way they responding, man, so I think I need a lifetime supply of them. I think I got some endorsements on the way.
Bro, we can talk all day, me and you. We got to. I don't know if you in a rush. I don't know where you got to go.
Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do, we here.
I asked you too, so I'm going to ask you this live on camera. Is there anything that I can or cannot ask you in this interview?
Nah, do your thing. We here.
Alright.
Yeah, we here. It's me. You know what I'm saying?
Again, rappers, actors, athletes, entertainers, they all go through rituals. They don't care if you white, black, Spanish, they don't give a damn. John Cena, live television, where kids watching is doing an award show almost nude. Why? Why are they broadcasting a man fully almost nude where they know damn well kids are watching and they allow him to do this? That's because it's a ritual, ladies and gentlemen. That is a ritual that John Cena is going through right now. For years, they market John Cena has a clean, has a clean guy who kids look up to. He's in cereal boxes. He's in kids movies. He did Disney Channel shows. But y'all got him almost naked in live television. Let's set the clip play.
What's going on? You're supposed to run across the stage.
I changed my mind. I don't want to do the streaker bit anymore.
What do you mean you don't want to do the streaker bit anymore? We're doing it.
I just don't feel right about it, man. It's an elegant event. Honestly, you should feel shame right now for suggesting such a tasteless idea.
It's supposed to be funny.
The male body is not a joke.
Mine is.
No, it's not.
You wrestle naked. Why not?
Dude, I don't wrestle naked. I wrestle in jorts.
Jorts are worse than naked. Come on. You're really not going to do this? Fine, just give out the award then. God, we're worst.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Awkward. Why? In front of millions. Why? They know damn well kids are watching. They know damn well this is going to be uploaded on the internet. They know damn well kids have access to the internet and to television and are going to see this. Why? That's their idea of entertainment. A grown man doing an award show, damn near naked. That's because, again, a humiliation ritual. What happened to John Cena's career after this? More movies. He had a retirement tour. He had a TV show called Peacemaker. That he was just filming. That was just finished filming. I think season 2. I think. Ladies and gentlemen, fame come with a price.
Costumes. They are so important. Maybe the most important thing there is. I can't open the envelope without
The nominees for Best Costume Design are
Barbie. Costume design.
So they really needed John Cena to do that. Guys, this is just to represent, just to give out an award. Just for an award, he had to go through that shit. When will you guys wake up and realize the world belongs to the wicked? So, ladies and gentlemen, since we're on the topic of John Cena, even in the wrestling business, there's homosexual ritual that goes on. You know what I mean? Again, all aspect of entertainment, all aspect of mainstream entertainment. Pro wrestling, WWE is no different. Brickhouse Brown, this is a former pro wrestler. He used to wrestle for the WWE. I'm gonna let this kid play, and then I'm gonna do my commentary. Let's get it in.
And Pat Patterson was a huge fan of mine. And in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the elevator, he said, Brickhouse, he said, you know we can make you rich with the swipe of a pen. I said, yes, sir, I know. He said, we're going to give you a hell of a raise, you know, and he said, you're going to make some money here. And he told me that they had a new character for me to play, which they were going to make me Mr. Chippendale, like a stripper coming out and do my strip dance and do the tearaway deal, and I got my wrestling tights on, and I'm ready to kick butt. And he goes, can you pull that off? And I go, hell yeah, I can pull that off. You know, because they do background checks, and they found out that I used to be a male stripper in college. You know, I stripped for 4 years during college and made money.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And he goes, you think you can pull that off? And I go, hell yeah, I can pull that off. And he said, well, there's only one problem. I go, what's that? He said, you have to come to my house for some dress rehearsal. And then Pat Patterson proceeded to try to unbuckle my belt buckle in the elevator.
You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Another grown man trying to unbuckle another grown man belt. If that goes on in pro wrestling industry, what the fuck you think goes on in Hollywood? What the fuck you think goes on in the music industry? What do you think goes on? Ladies and gentlemen, this shit is real. This shit goes down.
And give me a blowjob. And he said, of course you have to come to my house for some undress rehearsal also. So at that point in time, he was the vice president, and there was no way I could do anything to him. They just shot the hell out of me, and I had to wrestle Moon Dog that night. So I actually just, when those elevator doors opened up, you would think I had jets shooting out of my butt getting out of that elevator. And I went in the ring, and I worked Moon Dog, and I can remember paying for my own flight home, and it just disturbed me so bad. And I called up every wrestler that I knew that was a friend of mine and told them exactly what had happened. And I was good friends with a lot of the top guys. I was good friends with Macho Man. I was good friends with Ric Flair. I was good friends with Big Cat Ernie Ladd. And they all told me the same thing. They said, Brickhouse, how bad do you want it?
You see? Brickhouse, how bad do you want it? And notice how he mentioned the top stars. Notice how he mentioned the top stars. What the fuck you think they do to get on top? This most people don't know about Brickhouse Brown. The only way you're gonna know about Brickhouse Brown unless you are, you know, a hardcore pro wrestling fan. And when I say people, I'm talking about people don't know Brickhouse Brown like they know John Cena, Hulk Hogan. You know, you don't have to watch wrestling to know who John Cena is. You don't have to watch wrestling to know who Hulk Hogan is, The Rock. Because these guys sold out. Guys like The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, big names in professional wrestling. These guys sold out. These guys done did some ritual to get to that top. But let's continue.
Yeah, well, yeah, I want this very bad. And he said, well, sometimes, you know, you gotta play the game in order to, he said, I'm not telling you.
You see, he said, sometimes you gotta play the game.
I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. He said it just depends on how far you want to go with it in your career. And
you see, he's telling y'all the ritual that these guys are going through. He's telling y'all, you see, it depends how far you want to go. The more ritual you do, the farther you get, man. And it goes back to John Cena humiliation ritual. Why you think The Rock dominate Hollywood? You don't think The Rock got it up his ass? But let's continue.
That's the way he left it. And Ric Flair told me this. He said, well, Brickhouse, he said, let's go over it. He said, you're probably going to make, you know, about $200,000 a year. And he said, Pat Patterson is a catcher. That's the only thing he want to do is just, you know, go down on you and have sex with you. And
you see what I'm saying? The homosexual ritual. And this guy, he's not even gay. Why are you trying to have sex with a straight man when you know he's not gay? Because that's the homosexual ritual that the entertainment industry goes through. But let's continue.
Yeah, let's go over this. $200,000 a year. He said, a head job. He said, well, he said, you know what, Freak House? I don't see too much wrong with that picture. Oh my God. Yeah, true story. He said, I don't see too much wrong with that picture. And all the guys basically told me it was my decision to make. And it disturbed me so bad that I called up Linda McMahon, because at that point in time, this is how high that they had expectations for me. Because I could pick up the phone and call Vince.
You see, what's happening is he might not even know. Pat Patterson was testing him. It was a test to see if he was willing to do this. But since he was scared and he wasn't trying to do that shit, it was like, you know what? He's not one of the boys. He's not, you know, one of the guys that's willing to do this shit and go to the next top and go to the top. That's why he left the WWF. This is why he's not a John Cena. This is why he's not Stone Cold, because he never did the ritual. If he would have did the ritual, he would have been John Cena level wrestler, The Rock level wrestler, Hulk Hogan level wrestler. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, these stuff exists. It even goes down in a regular workforce, in a regular job. Women sleeping with men just to get certain position at their job, or vice versa. This shit goes down, and you don't think it goes down in the industry?
I called Linda. And at that point in time, I called Linda. I came up with some sorry-ass excuse that I was going back to college to get a second degree, and I needed to, you know, to go better myself, and I would like to return to the WWF sometime down the line when I have completed, you know, doing what I needed to do. And she said, Brick House, we have some great plans for you, and you did a good job, and you were welcome back to the WWF at any time. And I left. And when I left there, I went back to the Mid-South. I went back to work for Bill Watts. And then I went back to work for Prince Von Erich. And I started going out of the country to Japan and Mexico. And I was still able to make my 6 figures a year and make a good living.
Wow. But have you ever spoke to Vince about it? Or, I mean, I know it's probably not easy to go to head management and kind of be like a rat or saying, hey, you know, this guy, you know, come on to me, or vice president, you know. It's not an easy situation for you to be in, especially a young man in the business, and you want to make something of yourself. So,
well, I didn't go to Vince because, to be honest with you, like I said before, I was smart enough to know that they had to know what was going on around that, and if I would have went ahead over Pat Patterson, who had no other boss except for Vince, then I probably wouldn't have a job there. And but basically, I knew that he would have taken Pat Patterson's side over me at any time because I was replaceable. You know, as a matter of fact, Coco Beware did take my spot. As a matter of fact, The Rock did take my spot. And it was just some of those things that I asked Tony Gurria once. I said, man, why can't they just go on my skill and how well I wrestle in the ring in order for me to...
Exactly. How come they just can't go by skills? And that's applied to Hollywood and the rap industry, in the music industry. They don't care for your skills. They care if are you down with the agenda? Are you down with the ritual? If not, you ain't going nowhere. This is why the most skilled people don't make it anywhere. This is why the most skilled people don't make it anywhere, because it's not about your talent, it's not about your skill. It's about, are you going to be down with the rituals?
Get a push. And I'll never forget it, Andrew. Tony Gurria looked at me and said, well, Brick House, you know, sometimes the best players don't always make the team. And I'll never forget that. You know, sometimes it's not who you know, it's who you blow. And those words came out of Tony Gurria's mouth.
Not picking on Coco or The Rock or guys you're saying that took your spot, but Are you saying like a lot of guys in the business, if they wanted to advance themselves in WWE, they have to play the game as you say, like they have to do this like sexual stuff or whatever?
Of course, yes, and I'm not biting my tongue. Of course. Now I'm not calling out names about who did this and who did what because I wasn't in the same room with everybody when things were going on.
Yeah.
But the formula for success in the WWF at that point in time, yes, you had to play the game. And I mean, you know, you had guys that they thought were marketable, that they didn't bother with like that they just let go out and do their thing and make money. But there were young guys like myself that they preyed upon that they had to do the game. And I just remember when Rock left Memphis, basically, Pat Patterson became a fan of The Rock. And Ron Simmons used to call me, and every time he would go, well, they're going to put Rock in the Nation of Domination with us. And the next time he would call me and say, well, they're going to make Rock the Intercontinental Champion now. And he don't even get dressed with us anymore. He rides with Pat Patterson. Well, they're going to make...
And what do you think Pat Patterson did to The Rock if he did that to Brickhouse Brown? What do you think The Rock did to get on top? Mind you guys, The Rock, he only wrestled for 7 years. And he became the biggest wrestler on the planet. One of the biggest wrestler of all time, only 7 years.
Rock the world champion now, and he don't even get dressed around us anymore. He gets dressed with Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson. So I do know that Pat Patterson flew to Miami to watch Rock train personally, and I do know that Rock paid $3 million, you know, during his third year in the WWE when he got hot. And I do know that Pat Patterson was instrumental in that career. And I can't say specifically, but based on the formula of what they do, Rock had everything that they desired that their workers look like, that they preyed upon. He had the look, he had the body, he had the charisma, and he was marketable.
And don't get me wrong, The Rock had talent, no doubt about it. Charisma, microphone game, no doubt about it. I ain't gonna front. He was one of my favorite growing up. I like The Rock. He was one of my favorite growing up, no doubt about it. So it was a plus for them. And plus, you know, he was down to play the game. No matter how talented or skilled The Rock was, if he wasn't down with the agenda, there was no way he's making it to Hollywood. There's no way he's making it into the pro industry. There's no way The Rock they would let The Rock dominate Hollywood like that if he wasn't playing the game. Are you insane? Come on.
Of course, if you weren't marketable, if you didn't have the talent, they wouldn't have approached you with that at all. Because, I mean, no matter how much you roll manure and crap and some powdered sugar, still don't make it a freaking donut. Wow. Yep. But yes, you definitely have to play the game. And even today, it goes much more deeper than that now, which I will, you know, get into a little bit later on certain things that the more as we go, because I would like to really be like a correspondent on False Comebacks, and I would like to be on weekly if I can, because like I said, you can't take 35 years of wrestling and put it on just a few minutes you know, on a talk show and be done with it. So yes, I would definitely like to cover a lot of stuff, you know, and mainly one of the main things about the WWE now is basically they have this secret sex society, which a lot of people don't believe that it exists. A lot of people don't believe it because it's something like out of the movies. But it's a group of people, and they're masked. They're all over the world, and it's called the Illuminati. And I'm sure people have done research on the Illuminati, because you see all these rappers that are in the Illuminati, like Lil Wayne and Birdman and Eminem and Dr. Dre and Beyonce and Jay-Z and Kanye West.
they're all involved in the Illuminati. And on the sports side, you got LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. They're all involved in this.
Exactly. All aspect of entertainment. Sports, rap, pro wrestling, social media influencers, YouTubers, streamers, all aspect of entertainment. If they're pushing, if they're known and they're pushing it down your throat, they're part of the club. All of them part of the club, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gucci Mane, former artist. He's a rapper. Why am I showing you this guy? He got 3.4 million views. Gucci Mane artist, right? You see how he look? How he look? Normal, thugged out, gangster, right? Shooters. I'm gonna show you what the industry do to you. Y'all think it's a gene. Y'all think it's a game. Hold up. This is him now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the same guy I just showed you. He probably didn't want to die. He probably didn't want to sacrifice none of his family members or anything. So he went through this humiliation ritual. Or they must have forced it on him.
You so freaky ass. Bro, go for this to this. This man had the quickest transition ever. I got no problem. You be what you want to be, but nobody want to see this. I swear, when he came out, he said that he was the giver, not the taker. You looking like you taking right here, my boy. Freaky ass cat. You so freaky ass. Bro, go for this to this. This man had the quickest transition ever. I got no problem. You be what you want to be, but nobody want to see this. I swear.
Around and shit for no reason. Like, bitch, coming to my door.
This is him, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, make it make sense.
That's what they do in the industry.
Since I'm black.
That's what they do in the industry. Lil Wop. It's not a game, folks. These people don't fuck around. You better give up something. You better give up something. These people ain't fucking around. And he got the worst end of the deal of that shit, man. But let's continue. You see, you want to be rappers, you gotta give up something. Homosexual ritual, dress ritual, shit like this, or you do some shit behind closed door. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no fucking way around it. I done showed you rappers telling you that shit. Ain't no way around it, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's the obsession with black men in a dress within the Hollywood shit? Fine. Let's say it's not a ritual. Let's say it's not a ritual. Let's say that shit don't exist. But what's the obsession with men putting on a dress within the entertainment business? Why Dennis Rodman is in a wedding dress? Why? Who's entertained by that? Because it's a humiliation ritual. I'm just gonna keep saying it. That's just what it is. There's nothing normal about a man putting on a dress, ladies and gentlemen. No man in the 20s, in the 1930s, in the 60s, you would see a man putting on a dress, whether they white or black, putting on a fucking dress. This man got a wedding dress to promote a book. You see, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm going to use Dennis Rodman as an example. You see how he's a basketball player, right? He wanted to write a book. So guess what? Those like, you know what? If you want to write a book, you're going to have to give up something. You're going to have to go through some type of ritual. What ritual that he went through? The dress ritual. You want to write a book? Fine. But you're going to have to give up something. You want to have a shoes line? You're going to have to give up something. You want to have a perfume line? You want to do movies? You want to do something else? Okay, fine. You're going to have to go through some kind of ritual. So if you're a ball player like him, you want to write a book, go through the ritual. Or if you're a rapper, you want to have a shoes line, you want to have a clothing line, no problem. Give up your booty. You need to give up something. Because you want to do more than rapping, you want to do more than ball playing, you want to do more than one things, give up something. That's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. This is sad. This is motherfucking sad. And I ain't judging these people. I don't want to come off of me as me judging these people. This is not about me judging anybody that go through the ritual. That's on them. I don't judge people that go through the ritual. I don't feel like I'm better than them or anything like that. I'm just showing you I'm just showing you what it takes to be successful in this reality, in this third dimensional world, in this planet, in this earth that we live in. I'm just showing you it comes with a price. That's it. Whatever you do, that's on them. Whatever they do, that's on them. Hey, if they're able to sleep at night, look at themselves in the mirror, hats off to them. But you have to sell your soul. That's what it means when it says selling your soul. Meaning you have to go through the ritual. Whatever is the homosexual ritual, humiliation ritual, the dress ritual. It don't matter. But let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, here you got Jada Pinkett Smith in front of the world telling Will Smith why she cheated on Will Smith. In front of the whole world. Will Smith cried. You can tell Will Smith feels uncomfortable. Why? Because that is a humiliation ritual for Will Smith. Have your wife tell you she cheated in front of millions. Why do we need to know that? Why they couldn't have kept it private? Why does the world need to know that Jada Pinkett Smith cheated on Will Smith? Because it's Will Smith humiliation ritual to dirty up his image. Because before then there was a happy black family, successful happy black family. Will Smith had countless of successful movies. He had The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, successful show, Men in Black. I'm Legend. Will Smith had countless of successful movies. But let's continue.
Just wanted to feel good.
Look at him. So sad. Since you felt good. But you with one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. You with Will Smith. Again, why couldn't you just told him in private? Why did you need to put the cameras, have the lighting and everything? Why? Look at Will Smith, y'all. He looks sad and uncomfortable because he knows he has to go through this ritual. Because he knows. But let's continue.
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody. Just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ricky Williams when he got drafted to the NBA. Again, I asked you, why is he in a wedding dress just like Dennis Rodman? Because, what is it, guys? Humiliation ritual / dress ritual. Why is there a grown man in a wedding dress taking a picture next to a man? What excuse do they have now? You guys, you know, Hollywood, the entertainment business, it's a real dark place. It's a real dark place. It's ran by dark entities. It's ran by dark forces. It's ran by wickedness. You want to be a star? You want to be LeBron James? You want to be Michael Jordan? You want to be the John Cenas? The Beyoncés, the Jay-Z? You want to be in the entertainment business? You have to sell your soul. Ain't no way around it, guys. Ain't no fucking way around it. Ain't no way around it. I mean, if you're willing to do that, that's on you. And this is not a video to discourage people that do music or play sports or anything. If you want to chase your dreams, do it. You should do it, but just know that it's going to come with a price. It's up to you to see. It's up to you to know whether it's worth it or not. And some of the rituals, again, the rituals that they do behind closed door, you know, especially with the females, you know, the females, they have the female have to get pissed on. I'm literal pissed. They have to get peed on. They have to get shitted on behind closed door. Not only that, male private parts, right, have to go deep inside their throat, basically deep throating them. Whenever you have a chance, look up this shit called ghetto gaggers. See, I know it sounds funny, but look it up. This is what they do to the females in the industry. It's called ghetto gaggers. Where they stick their, you know, pee deep inside, where they stick their private part deep inside the girl's throat and just straight, you know. And they shit on their girl head. Some men might go through that ritual too, but it's mostly females that go through that ritual. This is the ritual that's behind closed doors. They got rituals that they'll make you fucking animal and record you fucking an animal or the animal fucking you. I know it sounds insane. That's what they do. This is again an ancient ritual that they got from the fallen ones. That they got from the wicked ones. That's what they like. That's what they do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're feeling good. Y'all still aware. Your boy's out.